Okay, pretty excited. Got some cheap toys in, my favorite thing in the world. So let's get in here and see what this is. This is from a friend of mine who's an OG for sure. I've known this guy since 2008. And he sent these over, so I don't know what's in here. So we'll find out together, okay? By the way, Happy New Year. I'm excited for 2026, let me tell you. This is the 40th anniversary of Garbage Pail Kid Cheap Toys. If you don't know what those are, they look like that. The toys are amazing. That's what it's all about. So anyway, let's get in here and see what this is. Again, I don't know what's in here. So it could be anything. Oh, wow. They're blue. Uh-oh. I'm excited. So, I collect Garbage Pail Kid cheap toys, candy, and production art. So I have all the all the original cheap toys. So I'm always after these weird sub variants. I don't know what to call them. They're not even official colors. It's just the weird ones. And there's all kinds of ways that these were made back in the day, from weird, added colors in the production process to even some that may be just damaged from age even. But anyway, let's see what these are. Okay, these are odd. Okay. Okay, so anyway, my friend is going through his collection. I've been waiting 15, 16 years to see his collection. I think the whole hobby has. Apparently, he sent over some of the weird ones, okay? This one is absolutely freaky. Okay, so obviously this is orange. I'm sorry about the light today. I know it's a little late. I don't usually do streams this late, so the lighting is a little off. Okay, so let's just bring it over here. Let me pull an orange cheap toy because this looks nothing like an orange cheap toy. So give me a second. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Or try to. Okay. Yeah, lighting totally sucks right now. Okay, anyway, it's okay. So this is your everyday orange cheap toy, okay? These are made out of rubber. The rare oranges are made out of rubber. So look what Chris sent. Okay, this is incredible. And it's uniform too. So it's not a case of UV damage, I don't think. But what else could it be? Maybe some chemical. I need to keep this phone down. Right. Okay, this is where we're going to be living, in this little space where the light's a little better. Yeah, it's absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, it took my breath away when I opened it just now. I mean, this is what I live for. I mean, I already live for cheap toys, but yeah, the bottom is uniform too. His foot, we call that the foot. Yeah, what the fuck is this? So anyway, so what the big deal is, he sent me some weird ones, okay? Now, this is from a 16-year or more. I don't know how long he's been doing it. I know I've been knowing him for 16 years. But these are your everyday orange cheap toys. Value, by the way, something like this would be $75. Your Adams would be in the 100 range. Alice's would hit around 100 as well. The other ones, though, would be you know, $50 to $75 thereabouts. Now my orange Lynn is in this case right there. But anyway, that's not what this is about. He just sent over this motherfucker. Let me just show you how fucked up this is. I cannot wait to give this a name. I'll just tell you off the top, just off the bat. I had no idea he was going to send this. In fact, I didn't know he had this. I'm thinking pumpkin spice or something along those lines. All right, let's put that to the side and see what these are. I think, let's do this. Let's do these. Okay, so he's calling these blue floaters, and they're damaged and chewed on. Okay. Now, in the cheap toy world, now these are just damaged cheap toys. I do have a few damaged ones. The first thing you need to know is these are foreign. So already they're pretty rare because they come from the UK. Let me go ahead and pull these real quick. Let me just show you the normal ones. Yeah, I know this is the bag. It's so telltale. The UK ones are floaters, we call them, and they're extremely light. Like if you were to weigh oranges next to this, it's like totally different. So let me show you what a normal schizophrenic looks like compared to what he just sent. And check it out. Yeah, same color, same floater, but this one has a very severe chew mark or something or another. It really looks hacked to me. Now, these things are really, really hard, these UK ones. You can hear it. So to see this type of damage and that kind of cutting or whatever, slicing, is very unusual. Maybe it was a dog, you know. Okay, anyway, let's look at the next one. He sent an Alice. I haven't seen the damage yet on Alice, but let's see. Nothing so far. Okay, I'm going to put the phone down and hold this up. Okay. Oh, there's something up. Okay, so this is a little damage on the spike tips. Certainly something you would tell a buyer. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to notice, but there's a little bit of damage on the tips of her spikes. You can see the normal one here. And they've been cropped just a little bit. Man, I'm telling you, Alice's go through a lot back in the day with these little spikes. Little kids would chew on them and stuff, and God knows what. And there's a lot of little variations. We have the sunken crown Alice where this is sunken in, but this one is not. There's even melted Alices. I might can pull one of those real quick, actually. I got them right over here somewhere. I didn't really want to ramble today, but yeah, I'll just show you real quick. So Alice does have a lot of little things going on with her. Here's one of the melted ones where she's missing the entire crown. This, we call it melted, but don't mistake it for something that actually been like melted with fire. This is an injection molded era, meaning when they filled this, they were upside down in the mold. When they filled this, when they injected the vinyl to make this, the vinyl did not fill in the little tips at the bottom of the mold. Okay, let's look at the last one. This one's really interesting. This is a UK chewed up blue. Here's a normal one. Yeah, this one's not even going to stand here. Even the front, yeah, that's an obvious tooth mark. So I guess these were chewed. Had to be an animal. Look how thin. I mean, look how small that little hole is right there. Paws, but yeah, that leg is is pretty mangled. That's awesome. So there's one more. If you're just joining me, we're looking at basically this was a care package, New Year's care package from a friend of mine, Chris, who was going through his collection, photographing, and he came across this one, which is obviously the star of the package here. He also sent these mangled British floaters. And then the last one here, he already has it labeled as a bright blue, very rare subvariant. There's a lot of misinformation about bright blues. I do have the entire set of bright blues. I'm the only one who's ever done that. Partially because I'm the only one that can ID them correctly. So anyway, I'm over here. I'm sorry. I'm going to pull my bright blue set. And this is the one he sent. We're going to see if he was right. Or whatever. Found it first off, BB. There we go. Sky blue. I'm sorry. I realize you couldn't say that. Mold 2 sky blue. Bright blue. I don't have mold data on bright blue. They're so obscure that it's almost a moot point to have any data on them. Okay, anyway, this is a bright blue set. Only one ever put together. Now, bright blue is going to be, I'm telling you, looking through the phone, they're not very impressive. Maybe on a better light day, I'll bring them back out and I'll show you what I'm trying to show you. But anyway, these are bright blue. Bright blue is going to be your wettest. I did say that. Your wettest blue. Okay, when I say wet, I'm talking about the glossiness. But when it comes to your bright blues, they have a wetness look to them. It's not just gloss. They almost look like they've been dipped in water. I don't know if you can see that. They have a wet look. That's telltale with bright blue. The other thing, obviously, is they're going to be your brightest blue. They're going to pop in a group of blues. But the other one is they're wet. They're wet. Okay. We're fixing to get to the one he sent over here. We're going to see. Which I do have a bright blue Megan already. So we'll see how it compares. Okay, here we go. So I've already forgotten what this Megan looked like. So just looking at it, it's a bright blue. Obviously, it's a bright blue. This is extremely rare toy. Oh, absolutely bright blue. Very wet looking. Compared to the one that was in the archive already. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to do a quick little review. I'm just making sure it's not rubbery. I'm going to clear this up. I've never cleared this up before. When I talk about electric blues, I don't describe them as being wet. What I describe them as is being oily. So I want to show you this real quick. God, the fucking lighting, it's really ruining this video. I'm going to have to do this on another day. Anyway, this one's a little better to show anyway. Anyway, with this, when I talk about these have an oily appearance, which is different than the wet appearance. Let's do this on another day. I want to have a video where I talk about textures and I describe these words that I've been using for 20 years in cheap toys. The wetness, the oiliness. Cheap toys, I don't know if you know this, they have different smells to them. If a blind person, listen, this is fucking crazy. A blind person could literally sniff out rares out of these. Yeah, I'm obsessed with cheap toys, and yeah, it comes down to how they smell and shit, because they're different materials. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting on a tangent. Okay, so let's wrap this up. So what was sent in is from one of my good friends, Chris Basler, Skulls, sent in what I think is a fucking grail. I can't call this a new discovered color without more info. Let's clear this up real quick. Same mold variant. I tell you, one of my craziest research projects way back in the day was I was trying to study if you look at a cheap toy, now these were injected molded upside down, but there's mold. I'm sorry, there's a pattern inside of how they were filled in. What I'm always trying to get at is understanding the production run. Like, where did Magentas come in compared to some of these other ones? Because we don't have that data. And this is just GPK fucking history in general. But this is such a mysterious product, you know what I'm saying? So I've always researched them. I'm just trying to let you in on some of my research over the years. But yeah, anyway, so he sent this in. He sent in these mangled UK floaters. So cool. And he happened to have a bright blue. Now this is crazy because listen, this man has been collecting for, let's just say, 20 years, right? In his entire cheap toy journey of 20 years, he's only come up with one bright blue. That shows you how rare bright blues are. Just for example, I know most people, when they look at the stuff that I make videos of, you probably don't know what you're looking at. I get it. But what my point is, this stuff is so ungodly rare that you wonder why someone like me, I have a college education, you know what I'm saying? Why would someone like me be so obsessed with these for 20 years? Because the rarity, once you get into some of these subvariants, it's so addicting to hunt them. I can't even explain it. It's like a drug. Anyway, thank you to Chris for sending those in. They're amazing, man. I really appreciate it. And good luck selling your collection. I'll see you guys later.